Good everyone. Here we are at Helisika base. This is the scenery that my brother made just of the actual base itself and one or two huts that are in the Commandera Ranges. And today we're going to review the new CowanSim's AS350 B3E, which is now available. It's just been released a week or so back, and it's a really good model. The paint job's a quick one my brother also did for it. And I'm going to do a more detailed one at some point in the near future, and I'll hopefully release that as well. And we'll head out and have a look at the model, and we'll go for a fly up to one of the huts once we check the model out. That's a really cool model, like all the doors and everything open and shut. A lot of detail gone into like all the extra stuff on around the model itself. Like I've currently got the sling underneath. You can open up the cargo holds on the side, and it's quite smart because once the door's actually shut, it actually unloads the baggage out of it, but it keeps the weight so that it's not having to render the extra polygons while you're flying. So we'll just shut this back up. Got a searchlight on there, which you can take on and off through the little menu. Everything looks good. Same on this side, the cargo hold opens and shuts as well, so we may as well get going. So we'll jump on in there. I'll just set my joystick up, recenter myself in the cockpit. Use my tablet. I'll just mount this here somewhere. Get my map going, so don't get lost. And I think as part of the complex menu for it, I'll just pop it out. You've got all the different options, same as you've got with the 500E that they made. But this here is quite cool if you're doing cargo sling operations, and that you can open up the little hatch and look out through the floor rather than trying to lean right out the door, which I've never actually seen this on an AS350 model in Xplane yet, so it's quite good to see it's a bit more real. Everything else is set. You can have the short or long skids on the steps, dual mirrors, etc. I've just got it set up how I normally use it, and then you've got another page of different options. I'll take the searchlight off. That's the little vertical reference window there, so that's what that is. All the rest of the stuff is on, so we'll shut that down, and we might as well get this thing started. I'm just going to do a quick start up here. Rather than do the full manual one, I've got a button set up at the moment just to get this video moving. So without further ado, we'll crank her up. Pretty straightforward and quite nice and simple to use, this helicopter. One thing that doesn't have, which I think would be quite neat to see added in the future, would be a friction lock for the cyclic. So when you're sitting at a ground hover, ground idle somewhere on uneven terrain, you can lock the disc. But at the moment, the cyclic, because my one's not spring loaded, it can move around a little bit if you let go of it. And it's got a friction lock for the collective there. Yep. Okay, we're up and running. Just make sure turn it off. Back on. It's off. Shut the door. Amazing the F-mod sounds, how good they make the authenticity of the whole experience with when you open and shut doors. You get that extra more realism back to it. Even just the opening the little side sliding pane. Okay, I think we're good to go. I'll just leave that open a little bit, and that quiets it down as though you've put on a headset. That on just so you can actually hear me talk a little bit better maybe. Right, everything's set, good to go. Okay, I'll set it to the govern position. Just move the map. Alright, real world time and weather today, so we'll see if we can actually get up to the Mingamari saddle and back. And which way the wind's coming from our, looks about 10-11 o'clock there. Not too much of it today. Right, we are good to go. Just back out of here. Start our climb up to the saddle. One thing I've noticed in this particular AS350 model that CowanSim have just put out, compared to any previous AS350 I've flown at Xplane, it's got a lot more simulation of the inertia and the size of the machine as opposed to some of the other ones I've tried, which sort of make it feel that maybe a little bit too light and a bit overly sensitive, whereas this feels a lot more how you'd expect a bigger helicopter like this to feel. Start a climb now at 100 knots to get up over this ridge. It's fairly clear. I don't think we're going to run into any issues getting out of the saddle today. So the extra scenery I'm running here, I'm running the latest Blue Demons Ortho for XP scenery, which has got a few more nice extra things with it than version 3. I think this is version 4, so it's got like the coastlines look a lot better. I think there's a few adjustments to the terrain elevation here and there, and so if you're flying with people, you know, multiplayer online, you probably want to be using the same version, because otherwise you'll find that the terrain heights vary a little bit. We'll just flick to the outside view and have a little look at this helicopter in flight. I'm not sure if the rego is correct for the actual helicopter. I may need to redo that, but just basically repainted the red and white scheme that came with CowanSim's one as one of the paint schemes. Just recolored it to the black. See the top of the hills up there with the saddle is tucked in behind. And as far as operating this at night goes, the searchlight on this and the spots make this a really good night simming helicopter. Like the other night I had a little test fly in it, and I flew from where we just took off from Helisika base up to the saddle and back, fully in dark, bad weather with a bit of rain and that, and I was able to get in fully VFR and back out again just by using the searchlights at nighttime in VR. So it's really good to be able to do this sort of thing and practice it in VR as well. old airstrip just up ahead of us. This little valley. See it just there over the nose. Down to the Mangamungi saddle, which is sort of out to the left there at about 10-11 o'clock through towards that highland. There's that saddle just before there. Just another way to get through to the saddle if it's bad weather. Good weather today, so we'll just go straight it over the top. Once we hit this ridge line in front of us. Everything about this model just feels absolutely brilliant to fly. Handles nicely, smooth. It's good on frame rates. It's it's just all round one of my favourite helicopters on the Xplane now. This and the CowanSim's C500E are my two go-to helicopters. Right, we're on the ridge, just this part of this, across this slight saddle just here. And then we'll begin our descent to the Mangamungi saddle, which is on that next saddle across from the edge of the bushes. There's the saddle hut just there. Just have a bit of a look. I was trying to test out this window underneath. It gives you good downward visibility for sure. Alright, we'll go around and we'll come in for an actual landing now. Practice to get to this, just the extra size of it. I'm quite used to flying the 500E and Xplane 11, and I haven't had so much time in this helicopter yet, so she's definitely a fun machine to fly. It's a little bit more thick in the head with the extra weight, it takes to slow down. And this is a hut that my brother also made for the Xplane 11. It works well with the Helisika base scenery, based on a real hut. Right, we'll take off and we'll head back to the base. drive back there with the wind, the way the wind's going. I should have picked that up before I got into a position like that. Definitely picking up a bit of breeze coming up this valley. Pulling the yaw around quite a bit. Alright, straight back for base. Have a go at landing on my dolly when I get back. I can't make any promises, I've got a little bit more time to spend getting familiar with this machine, but geez, so far I'm really enjoying it. So clearing down there, slip or something. So I'll look at the outside. Cargo pod for the skid to match it with what Helisika ran on theirs. Make it just a more authentic experience. Maybe upload that on the Xplane org as well at some stage. Just about make out the base there. So triangle-ish, well, it looks like a triangle-ish yellowish patch just over the brow, the end of the dark green there, left-hand side of the valley. Gonna start a cruise descent coming down the valley. frame rates on the landing. Valley. We'll start at a seat in there now. We can see it there in the north paddock up in the corner. Just about on short finals. Right, and we're down. Just wind off the throttle. Might be a little bit over one side of the pad, but never landed on the dolly yet. I'll just hop out and see if I need to shift. I'm a little bit close to one side there. This is where I see if I let go of the cyclic, it needs a throttle, twist grip, twisting piece in there. Oh, it's just my knee knocking it there. I'm popping back in. Seems a friction lock at the bottom there. Yeah, we'll shut it down. Got even the sounds of the exhaust cooling. And if I move the cyclic, you can see all the linkages and that. Like just the attention to detail on this thing is amazing. Even like I'll go down and check the tail rotor out, and we'll check out the pitch on the rain rotors with the collective going up and down. Just yeah, awesome. So yeah, we'll head back into the office, and yeah, what a neat chopper. So I hope you guys have as much fun flying it if you get it as I do, because it's such a challenge and a fun helicopter to fly. Oh well, until the next video, catch you later.